Okay, here is the 2017 Forest River Aframe camper. It has wind damage. The top was folded over. You can see where it came over, all the way over, and bent that corner off. And it has a couple little holes here in the roof. I don't know what happened to that. It has a bow in the center of the roof. And on the back side, it also has damage where it flipped the back side too. I don't know how they flipped both sides, but I bought it at an insurance auction, and I am going to attempt to repair it. More videos to follow. My first part is drilling out the rivets to try and straighten out this roof trim. See how it's bent there, and I figure the only way to straighten it out is to take it off, straighten it out, and then put it back on. Okay, after drilling out all the rivets, the top sprung up because it still has the torsion bars on there, and I couldn't figure out how to get the torsion bars off with it on the inside. The roof wouldn't lift high enough, but I got all the rivets out, and I'm going to try and straighten that up, and then we'll go from there. I removed the two torsion springs. They came out of the center holes there, and they went over and went up into the roof here. And now I drilled out all the rivets and took out all the screws to this panel here, which is really bent up. The wind blew it up. So what I'm going to do is take it off, straighten it out, and then put it back on, in theory. On the back, I'm going to try something a little bit different. Took all the screws out of the bottom, and then what I'm going to do is not drill the rivets out. Just take the top off altogether and then try and straighten it out with it still attached. But I still have to repair this spot down here and glue it back together where it pulled it out of the bottom frame. I have the back hinge off. Now I'm going to take this trim off of the bottom, take the screws out, glue it back together, and screw it back in. And then I got to straighten out the roof hinge. It's laying right down here. You can see this end's got a pretty good little bend in it, not as bad as the other end, but I'll straighten it out, bang it out, because you can't just get that one piece on the back. They want to sell you a whole roof. If I could just get that piece, that would be awesome. Now I pulled this little trim piece, one screw on the bottom, and this trim piece came off, and there were screws on the inside of here, which screw onto there. But then I noticed on the bottom here that it looks like the adhesive, it looks like it moved like 1/8 of an inch down here at the bottom. It came up, and then I can look on the inside, and you can definitely see that it came up, and now it's sitting on the top of the ridge of this trim here, and I'm not going to be able to get it down, so I'm going to take this trim off, put it on the other side of this, and put it back down. Okay, I'm at testing stage. I put the back hinge back on. I just put a couple screws in it. I have not put the sides on yet and screwed that down because I know if it's not square, the top's not going to be right, so I just kind of put a couple screws in each. I didn't even put screws in the top. I just duct taped it all the way across so it would hold. It looks okay because it looks like it's kind of lining up here where the seal used to be. And the same way with the front. I just got I got 4 rivets in the front, where the front I took the rivets out, drilled the rivets out, and the back I took the screws out. Either way, it's about the same. And then I got the duct tape across the top holding that in. And then I'm going to go ahead and put it up and see how far off I am. I have got the camper up. Everything isn't latching right. I'm not sure what's going on here yet. I got it up. You can see that it still has that little crown, but the corners matched up. I think once I get that crown pushed down, I'm planning on trying to put some blocks on both sides and then getting up on the roof and pushing it down. Here's this corner here. I just got a couple rivets in each one to hold them in for now. I had to drill out these torsion bars here. They had these little blocks that they had to go into, but you couldn't put them in the blocks, so you had to drill the blocks out. I couldn't get them in there, and then I'll just put rivets back in them and put them back up again. Looks like water's been leaking in here for a while. I'm gonna have to take all this wood out and replace this wood right here. We had a brand new mattress in it, but it got water on it too, so it will be going into the dumpster. That is the status so far. We'll update you and show you. I guess I'll go ahead and show you now how the outside's looking. I just got that taped on there now because I wasn't sure how it was going to line up on the inside. So what I'm going to do is take that back off, seal it back up, put the rivets on, make sure everything's square. I had kind of a hard time getting this corner together, but I got it together. And then I still have to put this back together and then see what's going on down here at the bottom where this looks like the seal came up here a little bit. I'm thinking maybe with the weight of the roof on it I can push it down and then put these corner pieces on there with some sealer and get it sealed up. More to follow. I have it in the up position now, and I was checking all my corners to make sure they're square. It looks like the screw hole lines up right now, but can't really see it good there. But now I need to put this, before the hole was here and the screw hole, the old one was there, so I knew it wasn't lined up right. So I'm going to put it back down, make sure the screw hole lines up right, put my bracket back on this corner, put sealer on it, put bracket on it, make sure the screw holes are right, and then I'll put a couple extra little screws in there to hold it in tight, because you know, once you pull it out, it don't hold good. I think I figured out why this roof came off. I talked to the car lot that it was on when it blew over. See, this latch here on this one on this side is installed correctly, but the latch you see on this side, there's a big gap between the black latching and the roof, and then if you latch it, it doesn't latch the roof down. So when the wind came up, he said it happened in a storm, it blew this panel over because that one and this one isn't all the way over like it should be. If you see these two over here, this is the way it should be latched down. I have my corner finished, put back together, and I'm going to put the trim on it, and it should match up good. Got it where it's all straight and level. And then I'm going to put this back on here and put some sealer on there, do the other side, and then proceed to go back and work on the roof a little bit more. Got that all done. Here's the finished product after the repair. A little rainy today, but I straightened that out there on the front hinge the best I could. I could repaint over it and make it a little bit nicer. I replaced that strut there and the rear strut in the back. I think I bought them off eBay for $25 for both of them. I straightened also the back. Down here. Resealed it all. Put it back together. Put all the screws in that were missing. Put the sealer around the top. All the way around. Put the screws back in and the rivets back in. Straightened it out there the best I could. Sealed that down. Put the screws in that side. They came all apart. Got this matching pretty good here up here in the front now. Got the bow down in the center. My hinges don't line up whole correctly here. I'm still working on that. The latch. I did repair the hole in the roof. The fiberglass tub sealer. And then I put a decal over it. Put it all up so it looks nice. And here's the other corner. Then I bought 2 new propane tanks. They were gone from the insurance auction. I gotta get a battery box for it. Propane tanks I got from Costco for $30 each. I think that regulator I got off of Amazon was like $30, and then I bought that little hose down in through there. So I'll go ahead and pop it up and show you the results from the inside. Here is the finished product on the inside. I'll tell you about the problems that I had. First of all, up here on the roof, I can tell that I see a little bit of light in here, but if I push up here, it goes away right in the center. I do believe the center is just a little bit bowed yet. I have to straighten that out along the roof. And then this is the latch that was improperly installed. You can see they have a gap there. I need to move that back over. I'm going to go ahead and straighten that out so it latches properly. I think that's why wind caught it and blew it over in the first place. We have all the roof lined up. I do believe it's good enough for who it's for. It's not perfect. You can see here on the roof here by this light, I haven't put that lens on there yet. I have a little crease right there. When it blew over, it creased the top of that roof. And I put all my torsion struts back in there and got that lined up. And got these roofs look pretty good. I mean, they're not perfect, but I'm thinking maybe they weren't perfect to begin with, and that's why they had all that trouble trying to line it up, and they had to re-drill those holes and get it changed out. But I have a couple of little holes in the roof over here, little dent holes. I don't know where they came from, but I'm just going to put some stickers over it. I ordered a new mattress. I got this off of Amazon. It's pretty nice. It's a spring-loaded mattress. I paid $95 shipped for it. And I might put a topper on it, I don't know. Probably not. Once you get in a sleeping bag or whatever and get it on there, you should be good to go. Everything else looks like it lined up correctly. So I will be heading to Alaska for 2 months, leaving around June 1st, and we'll try this baby out and see how it works.